Weipa campground ready to roll over to the east coast, Cape Weymouth. All on, secured, dogs in the car. The level's just nice. It's not sagging down the bum thanks to 800 kilo springs plus helper airbags. But it's got all its cover on, apron for stone guards. So we'll just poke along, take it easy. Hopefully corrugations don't kill us. Apparently the Lockhart River, Portland Roads, Cape Weymouth Road is pretty good. So we'll get moving.
The couple of hour drive from Weipa to the Lockhart River Portland Roads turn-off was pretty quiet other than a few trucks. That was to be expected though, as it was late October and most of the tourists had been driven out by the building heat and impending wet season. One lone young dingo pup sat in the middle of the road and stared at me until I was almost on him. Then off into the scrub he slipped.
We're dropping down into the big valley the Wenlock River, the top end of the Wenlock River resides in, right near Batavia Goldfields, in the old Batavia Goldfields. A little bit of a wind. This road is in absolutely sensational condition. It's just been graded, fully upgraded and graded. There you go. Just about to drop down into this valley, bear with me. Well, the country up here is pretty flat and you can just feel yourself for the past K or two just slowly heading downhill. And before we know it, we're going to drop into the causeway on the upper Wenlock River. Then it travels further up, not far from Lockhart River, up in the mountains behind it, and that's where the Wenlock starts, up in the Great Dividing Range. It's a long, long river. It goes out to sea at Mapoon, north of Weipa. Shouldn't be too far off here. Sun's in and out, that's why the lighting's changing a lot. Here we go, this should be it. Probably only an hour or two, probably a couple of hours to Cape Weymouth where we're going. Geez, they've done so much work on this road, it's unbelievable since I was up here earlier in the year. Oh yeah, there's not much water in her. Wow. Wow, it's really, really low. Really low. I want to have a little swim in there. Can't believe how much work they've done on this crossing. Huge amounts of work. Yeah, it's wow, she's low. You alright, mate? We'll have a look for crocs first and you have a paddle in that shallow stuff and have a drink. Wow. Yeah, just coming the opposite ends of the season, which I've done a fair bit, is just always interesting. Always interesting. There was a car, a dead cruiser over here. They pulled that out. We won't throw you in there, King. That's a bit, just a tad too much water in there. They don't know if crocs will quite come up this far. Here you go, mate. Hop in here. King. There you go, Bob. Come on. King. Come. Good boy, mate. You get wet. Wet under your belly there. You'll enjoy it. Hey? Good man. Yeah, there's a tiny flow here. There's not much though, is there? I'm gonna have a look up here, Kingo. Haven't decided whether you like the water or not yet, mate. Hey? Wow. I just cannot believe how low the water is here. Oh well, maybe another month or a bit more and she'll be powering. Don't worry about lizards, mate, come on. It's the big ones you want to worry about. Yeah, exactly, in there. Watch out for them big lizards. Just an idea of how high the Wenlock gets. You've got flood markers to 2 metres there. Flood markers to 4 metres there. Flood markers to 6 metres there. And I dare say that it would get 8 to 10 metres high, so possibly higher than the vehicle, the rig here. Righto, we punch on to the east coast. That low wind weather window looking like happening in the next few days for most of next week. Righto, King. King. Oh. Boy, stop there. We're just starting to get glimpses of the Iron Ranges here. We're starting to drop down into a second major valley, travelling east after the Wenlock, and this one will drop us down into the Pasco River, another very, very pretty and wild river in virtually its raw state, unadulterated by man. Except the Pasco goes to sea on the east coast and the Wenlock goes to sea into the Gulf of Carpentaria on the west coast. So two quite different river systems, both originate in a very similar place up in the foothills of the Iron Ranges. And yeah, we'll get jungle perch in the Pasco and we won't get jungle perch in the Wenlock because western flowing watersheds don't hold jungle perch in Australia. Other than some bad sections of corrugations, the road's in very good condition compared to what it was earlier this year after the wet. They've done a lot of work on it. I'll throw a bit of footage up of what all these tiny little dips and crossings were like earlier this year. It's just a dramatic improvement. Corrugations slow you down, but and there's also still some big washaways you need to watch out for on the sides of the road. Not hard to go down. So we're dropping down now into the Pasco. Imagine judging by the Wenlock that there's not much water in it. There's bugger all water in it, and it looks like the roadworks are sucking more out. There you go. Wow, this is unbelievable. Some time back, earlier this year, again I'll show you a bit of footage just after the wet, what this crossing was doing and us crossing it. Unbelievable. The difference between early in the dry, late in the dry. There you go on the Explorers Traveller app and their great topo map. We traversed from Weipa on the west coast of Cape York, and we're not too far off the east coast. Our destination will be up in there, Cape Weymouth. Mount Tozer will be coming up soon. It's a really magical area. Mount Tozer, I'll get a little bit of video footage, I always do as we go through there. Very, very pretty place. Got an aura to it. It's very special. I'd envisage the indigenous people have their own stories about the region. We can just see those iron ranges just starting there now. We've got a little bit of bitumen here, which is very nice. Instead of filling everything full of dust and getting rattled to death with corrugations. Alright, I was hoping on a full blue sky day to film Mount Tozer for you, but we're not going to get it today. There's a bit of cloud. There was none over the west coast, there is over the east coast. Probably just a bit of onshore wind creating that. So I may have to try and put the drone up and film Mount Tozer and surrounds on the way out in a week or so. Anyway, we'll just see how we go. And there it unfolded before our very eyes, just like the gates of heaven. The left gate formed by the lesser yet still empowered twins of North and South Pap, and then the imposing sentinel that is Mount Tozer to the right.
I've come to the end of myself. My hands in the air, Jesus, I've got nothing left. And I wanna keep singing, but I'm feeling the weight. I'm seeing the cycles of all the hate. Open up those heavenly gates. We cry, justice, freedom come. Open up those heavenly gates. We cry for mercy.
The road to the magical eastern lands laid out as a winding path through the gap they formed.
You see the forgotten, you stand in their pain. You're shoulder to shoulder with all who are finding their way. In every season, through every song, you hear the cries of the broken. God, won't you come and open up those heavenly gates? Those heavenly gates. We cry justice, for your love. Yeah. Open up those heavenly gates, those heavenly gates. We cry, justice, freedom come. Open up those heavenly gates, yeah, those heavenly gates. We cry for mercy and for your love. Let your kingdom come.
Just around the corner here, there should be an intersection. You take the right hand turn to go out to Lockhart River, and we'll go straight ahead to Portland Road, Cape Weymouth, Chile Beach. And we'll travel through some pretty specky rainforest on the way there. Rainforest that is some of the only rainforest remnants, New Guinea style rainforest remnants in Australia. Here's the intersection. Geez, they've tidied this up since we were here last. And we're not too far away now from Cape Weymouth campground, our final destination. Looking forward to it. Try to explain to my travelling companion, this is very, very special country we're travelling through. Try what I might, he's pretty hard to get enthused. King, mate, not many dogs get to see this. Anyway, just can't impress some people, can you? Or some hounds.
The drive through the heavily timbered parts of Iron Range National Park is nothing short of spectacular. The bird life here is amongst the most prolific and diverse as anywhere in Australia. So too the insects and animal species that call this dense rainforest home. I'm always at the ready to pull up and have a closer look if I see bird life. You are very likely to see the likes of great palm cockatoos, magnificent rifle birds, and a range of other exotic and spectacular birds.
As you go north on the Portland Roads Road, after you go through those rainforest sections in the Iron Range National Park there, a bit more open woodlands, more sparsely vegetated, no true pockets of rainforest just here. There probably is right up against the coast and close into the creeks. We're not far off Cape Weymouth now, and we've got blue skies. We do have a bit of breeze at the moment, but it's meant to drop right out over the next couple of days, so fingers crossed this is going to be the trip. Just dropping into a little wetland now. You can see the vegetation changes a little bit across this little creek. The bird life as we were coming through the national park section where the campgrounds are was just out of this world. I'll have to go for a drive down there the next few days and have a look and a bit of a film. No, we're not too far off. We'll get to Cape Weymouth, give you a quick look at it, and then we'll set up camp. Oh, mate, off the road. Boy.
A right-hand turn onto the Chile Beach Cape Weymouth Road before you swing a left at the Chile Beach turn-off.
Right to Chili Beach, left to Cape Weymouth. And here we are. Blink and you'd miss the turn off, but this is it. Mim and Neil's place, Cape Weymouth campground. Awesome. Get hold of Mim and I'll show you our camp spot. Look at these great little eco tents or eco cabins, whatever you want to call them. They're set up there. You wait till you see the view up here. It is spectacular. Oh, you're interested now, mate? Go. We are here. There's Mim. I'll give you a look around in a minute. So Mim has set us up right on the point here. I've unpacked a fair bit of stuff and got set up a little bit in the heat of the day. She was pretty warm, but King's got a great spot, haven't you, mate? Hey, look at your spot. It's a cracker. Hey, yeah, I'd be happy too. Look at that. It's probably about 8-10 knots of breeze, if that. Just a beautiful amount to keep us cool. At the moment, I think there's going to be less wind next week, but we'll be out in the water hopefully. So yeah, there's no one else here at the moment. Trish and I have camped pretty much in this spot before. So very much looking forward to the next week or so. And that's our view. So sun rises will be beautiful straight out of the ocean there. And that's Portland Roads over there. Cape Weymouth's right there. Beautiful. Look at that water. Fringing reef out in front. Just like flats, coral flats, reef flats. The mangroves down the bottom there. They get all sorts of fish just straight off here. Main shipping channel, very close. I don't know if you can see the ship right out in there. Ocean going ships probably go as close to land here as they do anywhere in the country, because the main shipping channel comes very close to the coast, and so too does the Great Barrier Reef. It's only 11 kilometres off. What a great place to set up for a while.
Cape Weymouth Campground and Cabins has only been operating for a short time. It is privately owned and the limited campsites are perched on a picturesque headland that overlooks fringing reef, islands and protected bays. It is a very special place with much to explore, which is exactly what we'll be doing over the next few episodes. So stay tuned.